Okay, so what is number 9?
Number 9. Number 9. It is relative. Don't call my relatives obnoxious.
That's not what I was calling obnoxious.
Relatives.
What about relatives?
It's just, so the thing says perhaps you like her sister too much. That's weird.
That's weird.
Really weird. Because you don't have sisters.
What list is this from?
So this is, I don't know where I got it from.
Okay. Moving on.
Or, yeah, this is bad language. So, well, we happen to like our relatives, so.
Yeah. I'm not going to say on camera that I don't.
I know, that's my page down here. So yeah, I mean.
Okay, I would say with relatives, boundaries are important. I would say relatives that don't respect the way you do things, you might have to
have a
conversation with. And look, okay, sometimes there are some relatives that you just shouldn't spend time with. They're a part of your family, but maybe they're not a positive part of your family, and maybe you just can't spend time with those relatives. I think communicating is important. Sometimes they just don't know. Like, if something happens and you need to say, oh, well, we believe this, or it's awkward. I'm not going to lie. And usually, we take point. So, if there's something going on with my family, I talk to them about it. If there's something going on with his family, he talks to them about it. And most of the time, your family loves you and they want you to be happy, and maybe it's just a misunderstanding. But
I say a lot of it.
Yeah. And you gotta kind of let resentments go. If you feel like maybe your kids aren't getting as much attention as other kids, or your family doesn't get as much as your brother's family, I think that stuff you just have to let go. You just have to, because nobody owes you anything. Your parents don't owe you anything, any of that, and you just have to let that stuff go and not worry about it, and just count your own blessings, and say, when we have our kids, we won't do those things. We really haven't had much issue with that, too much. But I just think, boundaries. And then if someone in your family is not good for you, it's not good for your marriage, it's not good for your kids, then you need to distance themselves, because they're family, but if they're not a positive influence, maybe y'all need some time away. That's the only thing I can think of to say about that. So, but that's tricky. Relatives are very tricky.
Yeah.
Just try to do it with grace and love. Deal with them with grace and love.
And just let your family know that no matter what happens, no matter what happened before, you're still part of our family and we still love you, no matter what, and we hope that you still love us.
But I just want to say your marriage has to be first. Your wife or your husband needs to be first. Your kids need to be first. So if you're letting some other relative get in the middle of your marriage, like my mother has always said, I'm not going to take sides in a fight. I am not going to get into the middle of your marriage. That's between you two. If someone is trying to get in the middle of your marriage, now that's not you asking them for advice. That's different. But if they're,
just interjecting
themselves,
yeah,
that needs to stop. You probably need to stop sharing with them. Nobody else should be in the middle of your marriage. That's between you and your spouse or partner. And same thing with raising your kids. That's between you and the parent, you and your co-parent or whoever the parent is. Those are your decisions. So I'm not saying don't look for advice, look for help, of course. But if someone's interjecting things and it's unhealthy, then you need to put a stop to that. I haven't had that issue, but I do know it is an issue for some people. So it got a little deep, got a little serious.
We did premarital counseling before we got married, and I'll never forget it. Our counselor, Father Simpson, telling us that your marriage is first, even before children. Your marriage is first, because when your kids are moved out, you still have each other. You still have that marriage, and that always stood with me.
And that is difficult when you have littles. Or if you have financial strains. We did not do a lot of together time when they were little. Your kids just overwhelm and consume your life when they're small. You just do the best you can. Just do the best you can. Just try not to lose that. whatever it is, watching a movie at night on the couch, taking a walk, try to do those little things to keep your marriage strong, because we do now look at each other and say, in 5-6 years,
It's just going to be us.
It's just going to be us. Like, oh God, it's just going to be you and me alone in this house.
No offense taken.
Together. What are we going to do? What will we talk about? I'm always telling him we need a hobby. We don't have a hobby together, so if y'all have any ideas, we need a hobby. Not golf. No.
I've come up with race car riding.
You have not. I would totally race car ride. What is that? That's not even a hobby. You can't go race car riding.
Go-karts?
You made that up. Go-karts? That is for children.
Motorcycles?
I want a motorcycle. You won't buy me one.
Because I've seen you drive.
I drive awesome. I'm a professional driver.
I
once got paid to drive. I'm a professional driver.
Me too.
Okay, what else have you come up with so far? Nothing.
I was a bus driver, so.
Don't ever say that again.
Hey, I made $4 an hour doing that.
You know what? They're making like $19 an hour now.
I'm in the wrong business.
Oh, I'm good. Bus driver.
Alright.
No, I don't.
No, I was just kidding. I like my job.
What were we talking about?
Relatives?
Relatives. But
It's
we
all
got
relative.
hobbies.
Hobbies. Yeah, that's not relative.
Race car riding, go-karting, and bus driving. What'd you
And then
say?
there's frisbee golf.
Ugh, no.
Then we can take...
I said no golf.
That's
No
frisbee golf.
No golf of any kind. Not miniature golf, not regular golf, not frisbee golf.
Take up tennis.
That's hard. This takes a lot of effort.
We can take up book reading.
You won't read the books I read.
Yeah, because you read Harlequin romances.
I don't read Harlequin. I do read romances. And you should read some.
Alright, and that is episode 5, question 9 on relatives.
So hopefully, maybe we helped a little bit and we did not offend any of our in-laws because we love them. We hope y'all have a good night and thanks for joining us.
We appreciate you stopping by. Do you think you're going to notice our clothes?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
This was we totally did this at the same time
Yes.
as the other recording.
Alright. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Way off.
Am I too far out?
Go.
Yeah,
Take 15.
There's a giant thing on your glasses. Oh God, you're wearing a strap. No, I'm just kidding. We can do a couple videos.
Okay, that's fine.
Tell us when to go.
Go.
Okay.
So we're divorcing.
We're no, we're not. Bite your tongue. Okay. I didn't put in this much work. Now what have I done? I don't know. What's happening? Oh,
Are you
Nope,
good?
wrong
Now
way.
Look at the camera. What are you doing?
I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, so that is episode 5, question 9 about relatives.
So hopefully we didn't offend anybody and maybe you learned something that will help or at least have fun.
So we appreciate your time. You think they're going to notice our clothes?
No, I don't think I'll have to.
Well, we appreciate your time, and we hope you guys learned something. Have a great night. Or day.
I hope you learned something. It sounds condescending. Just say it does. We're not professionals.